I guess we're going to have a bonus video. It's the second time that I'm recording today. I think I got really excited about seeing that I'm actually coming back and recording. So I'm having my cramps right now. Every first day of my period I have it, and instead of being in the couch and just watching some TV, I decided to talk a little more because I'm liking it to do that. I actually already know that I like just talking, but here it's there's there's a purpose, you know. I think I like the idea of what would be my mission, like if I actually want to take these YouTube videos seriously and have the discipline to post regularly, have consistency to prove myself that I can, to don't give up. Um, like I said in my video this morning, I understood that it would be fun to kind of like have a mission or a vision, so I can kind of not lose the focus, even though I very easily lose the focus. Told myself that I would look at the camera the whole time, but I already started looking back at the window. I do that very, very often. My girlfriend, wife, tells me that I have a strong tendency of always talking without looking in her eyes, and my mind just goes away. So, anyways, um, and I feel that a nice mission would be to report, like my feelings throughout this journey, but also if I can have a positive impact on other people to do the changes they need to do in their life to take care of them and be proud of them. I want to actually work on that, like what would actually be, but I feel like that the general idea will be that um, do something to somehow help people do well to them, like take care of them, like I'm trying to do myself. And when I talk about being my best version, what that is for me, for example, I was going to a weird mental space in my head and I wasn't liking it. It would, whenever I would think those thoughts, it would consume me, like all of it. And at one point, I was like, I'm going to be my best version that I can be, and I will not, how do I say, bite the bait, because I know that once these thoughts come, I would obsess over and over and over and over, and I know where I would go, and it was never great. So I would tell myself, don't do it. So whenever these thoughts came, I would just not bite the bait. I wouldn't, because the thing is, I would try to rationalize why I was feeling like I was feeling, and I would try to come up with questions and answers and new questions to new answers, and I would get to literally nowhere. I would just feel like shit. And one time I read something that says you sometimes we want to like be our own therapist, because like we can rationalize some thoughts like why are you feeling like this, but we also have to understand that even though they can be good, we are also our problem. So we are the problem that we want to solve, like not we are the problem, but the problem that we want to solve is in our mind. So we cannot necessarily use our mind to solve the problem that our own mind created. Sometimes we need someone else. So whenever I try to think that I was doing myself a favor and rationalizing everything, and at some point I was literally obsessed about trying to find answers, literally spending hours, I decided that I wouldn't do that anymore. So for me, it literally became I'm not I'm not gonna rationalize it. I am my best version. My best version do not want me to go over these conversations again. My best version wants to focus on myself. My best version wants to focus in my healing process, So, anyways, I think I went like too far for a second, but it's almost like I accepted a new character. Like there's me and there's this new character that takes over my head, and it's suddenly my best version. So if I'm having trouble right now dealing with these mental thoughts, my best version will deal with it, and to be like, don't waste time with it. Don't waste time. Don't. It can put those thoughts away, but it can remind me to focus on something else. Plus, exercise. My best version decided that exercising is fun, take care of my body, um, go to the gym to feel strong. I feel like this time is the first time that I'm doing exercise for my mental health. The first time I think I exercised in my life, it's because I wanted to be thinner. Then with the time, I was like, okay, society wants us to be thin, but I should focus on my physical health. So I started doing exercise for my physical health. And now I started swimming and going back to the gym because I needed to do something to make sure my mind was not going to the place that it was going. And that was me choosing my best version. I mean, it wasn't necessarily me choosing my best version. I mean, yeah, but it was just me being scared of where I could end up. So, me choosing to exercise, I think, was my first trial of you have to do something because you can't go further than this. And I feel like whenever you have a moment you're struggling with something, you can choose to put your best version to act on your behavior, you know? And it can go on in any areas of your life, relationships, relationships with people, with food, with money, with pleasure, like, I don't know, video games, masturbation, spending money shopping, what is the thing that you think you are losing control of it? What is the thing that you think you are not taking care of yourself by doing that? Is it something, okay, like I know it's not a great thing, but is it something that it actually concerns you? That you are actually concerned for where you are going with these behaviors? That's when I would say, if you're almost scared for yourself because you are losing control for this thing, that's when you have to put your best version in place to help you. And god damn it, exercise is so fucking good for the mental health. Like, it almost felt like magic. And the first week that I went swimming, I felt that the problems that I was feeling in my head, they were still there, but they were far away. And with the weeks passing by, I feel them further and further away. Now I know they exist because I'm talking about them, but they are so far away. They almost feel like an old friend that you have the memories, but they don't feel too close. So, of course that I'm saying all of this, but I'm not someone who has I'm not an expert in saying like, oh, you should be your best version. I think that my fear of where I could go if I didn't change helped me a lot to change. So it wasn't necessarily only my will of, oh, today's a good day to change. No, it was like, shit, this is getting pretty scary. I need to. Because before it was, there's some stuff I want to change in my life. And I was changing, but I feel like I was digging too deep into some problems without having an answer. Because I think that's also something when you're doing therapy, you have to dig some stuff, but you have to dig with a meaning. Find an answer and get the hell out of there. I think that at some point I was just digging and not getting out of there, you know? So dig, feel what you have to feel, but know that you're doing this to find a solution and to move on to a better behavior, not to just stay stuck there. If you're stuck there, it's pointless. So yeah, that um me, I think it was uh many things. Okay, I want to try to have focus in my conversations. I think I'll start doing kind of like a script with a main idea and stuff that I want to talk about, to still talk about how I'm feeling, because in this process I am understanding that my truth and my honest feelings, I feel like me speaking my voice, my honest self, it's my most revolutionary act right now. It's speak my truth, put it out there without having fear of anyone. I think that's badass for me right now. For someone who was so scared of being, like just choosing myself. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a main idea, put some thoughts on it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna talk about a bunch of things. But yeah, the idea of being my best version is, and it can be helpful for someone. It's whenever you're concerned for yourself and you know that you can actually do something to change that, that's when you have to activate the best behavior, like your best version, because your best version wants you to be taken care of. Like your best version is you choosing yourself in the most healthy way it can. Healthy relationships with all of the things I said, like relationship with food, people, work, money, pleasure, um, with yourself, with exercise. Don't lose your balance. Um, so yeah, when that happens, I really need to. I'm really trying hard to focus, but sometimes staring at the window can make me lose my focus, and I think that's what my wife tells me, that sometimes I just completely like zoom out, not zoom out, but like I my mind go blurred for a second. I would just like be away of the conversation. So I think that's what happened here. But yeah, this is me, like putting myself as I am out there and trying to work my feelings about that, because right now I think this video should not go online. I think this video should be deleted. um I think I could work on so much stuff, but the exercise here for me is to be comfortable with practicing, with the idea of failing, with discipline, with honesty. So this video will go online, and I will choose to look to all the things, all the informations that I already have, to make me feel okay with me putting this online. And just know that next week I will be here again, trying to still take care of me and make a nice thing to myself and to others, I guess. Yeah,